No matter what else is going on, perfection is right here on a Saturday afternoon. Nearing the midway point of this season, Week 5 in our coverage of EA Sports College Football. It's the UCF Knights and the Houston Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Thanks, guys. The Cougars head coach told me this is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here.
We have some threatening skies, but nothing to get in the way for this game that we have in store for you this afternoon. We're here for Week 5 of EA Sports College Football. It's the UCF Knights and the Houston Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I caught up with the UCF head coach before the game, bringing his team in on the road against a very good team, ranked in the top 25. They have everything it takes to compete. This is a big matchup the fans are excited to see, but he said we have to execute early and eliminate mistakes at the line of scrimmage. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Houston ready to boot it deep and get this game going. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Zings it complete to the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And, man, it's really nice to see a QB and see the blitz right away. Sees the blitz coming, they come attack, replace it right away, get it to your running back, let him take off and do some damage. When anybody blitzes, man, try to find that space right behind him, and that's where you can make big plays.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They go right back to it. Still, maybe some room here. Running inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Knights!
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like you mentioned, the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Young. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
And it's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but, man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go with it.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. That holding call threw him in reverse. Now it's second and long. Looking downfield, it's Wegman. Here's a heat. It's complete. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Trying to get away. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2. And, man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Wide receiver going in motion. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a fourth down.
The Knights going to go ahead and call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted to stop the threat. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising. promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
To the air, it's Wegman. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He makes a catch. Wide open spaces. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. The Cougars are threatening on 1st and goal. Wants to throw again. Big fella moving. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
On the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
All right, this offense just keeps trying to pound the ball into the end zone down tight, but the defense, they're very, very physical. So I think you got to think about either a perimeter run, a potential run-pass option, or let your quarterback try to go make a play throwing.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Just hammering it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The Knights moving quickly to the line.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Going for it all. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run...
Caught, and he's got room. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Defense wants to bring the heat. A handoff for Watson. Plows through the defense. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the 1st quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Thomas. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking to throw on first down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job.
Beck's going for the goal line, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCF!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out at the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Pulls it in. It's Hughes.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gonna run it. It's Hughes. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Making side adjustments here. Back to pass, it's Wegman. Firing to the right, complete. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. That last connection just a hair short of the first down, but it opens an array of opportunities on 2nd and short. The give to the lone running back. They'll make the stop, but the chains will move. It's a first down for Houston.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. This time he wants to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
And he got it so close to that first down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, still going. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance, and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the first down.
Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Wegman. Here comes the heat. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Keeps it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He's got an open man, and he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. So now on comes the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And the try is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll keep it on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. UCF wants to take a moment. They use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The Knights go back to work after moving the chains through the air. To the air, it's Barnett. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide, and I can throw them the football, and they can make a play over top of somebody.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They're hoping for a touchdown going by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We start with Colorado, taking on the number 14 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And it's the Buffs coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And with that W, they get back above 500, 3-2 now on the season.
Here comes the Houston offense out and ready to go. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking downfield, it's Wegman. Snagged out of the air. Running through contact. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. And the Cougars will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. They've got the screen set up. Hard running there. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And, man, I want to see more of that. I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big plays. That's a big one there.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. The Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The run inside. It's Sanford across the 25. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
We talk a lot about this at quarterback, right? Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. He wanted to throw that downfield. He just felt the pressure, and he knew he had to get out of danger. He was able to do that, use his speed, go get north up the field.
He's trying to get it in. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Wants to throw. It's Henderson. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Houston. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Ready to try the point after.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game. But defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. Makes a move. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. UCF offense ready to go back to work. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be fit.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin. And you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Takes the handoff. It's Sanford. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
On the option. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
First and goal now for Houston as they try to get it in. This time he wants to throw. Got his man on the right. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Here's Duke one more time. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. Back to pass, it's Barnett. Fires to the big fella. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Here's a gift to Watson. Finding some room. The 20. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Knights.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Looking for blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a two-possession game. They must get something here. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. He's got it along the sideline. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Back to throw, it's Wegman. That's caught. It's Broussard. There he goes. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. The Cougars peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air, and now back to the line. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Right on the money. Nowhere to go, and not much to show for that one. Houston wants to play fast. Wants to fire on second down. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
The Cougars will use their first timeout here. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Pulls it on the option. Maybe a crease. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Knights come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll try to run for it. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up fourth down as this defense makes a play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole.
Snap to the up man. It's a fake. He's not going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs. The fake doesn't work.
Well, they were trying to get clever. They thought they had the right look for that fake punt, but give the defense a lot of credit. They were expecting it.
Send the tight end in motion. Scanning the field, it's Quegman. Fires to the tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Houston has it with a first and goal. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cougar!
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Jackson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. He'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Timeout Houston, their second. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Dropping back, it's Barnett. It's complete to the right. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The Cougars are going to use their third and final timeout here. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. 3rd and 6 yards to go. He'll set up to throw. Here's the pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And, man, it can be dangerous when quarterbacks get outside the pocket. They can stress your defense so bad. You better chase them. You got to keep running as hard as you can and try to get to him before he can throw that football, especially square those shoulders up. Nice job by the defense continuing to pursue, even though he got outside the pocket.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. The Houston offense comes onto the field. There is plenty of time here, David, to finish this thing off. They just need to execute wisely.
Plenty of time.
Makes the catch, and he's free. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Houston! Hello! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
He'll bring it out. It's Farmer. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Back to throw. It's Barnett. He's taking a deep shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Stop short of the marker, and they stop with his defense, and they get the ball back. Great place to start for this offense. Looking for a gap. It's Sanford. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College.